Streams and Floods, The Geology of Running Water, Chapter 17. Here's a beautiful river. It looks kind of like metal because of the way the sun is shining on it. This is meandering through some sedimentary rocks. In this image, we have cut banks on the outside of a meander, point bars on the inside of a meander, and it's moving through the sediments there. There's a lot of great things about rivers. They're a resource. We pump water out of them for irrigation. They're used in industry, usually as a coolant. We can travel down rivers. We spend a lot of time recreating in rivers, maybe going on a canoe trip or rafting or a kayaking trip or stand-up paddleboard or tubing. All kinds of recreation can happen on rivers. We also can harness the energy of a river and through hydroelectric power and use that energy source, a clean energy resource. Everything about rivers is not great. We try to live in populate areas where there's rivers, and we put cities in floodplains. So in the bottom, that is New Orleans during Hurricane Katrina, and the flooding of New Orleans was directly a result of New Orleans being right there on the Mississippi River during a hurricane. Too much water, and it overflowed, then broke through the levees. The upper image is showing how water is really powerful. There was a river there, a strong rain event, and then just washed out that side of the river. So stream flow can cause problems. In geology, rivers are really known for their erosive power. Rivers can pick up sediments and move them along down to a lake or down to the ocean. And we're picking up dissolved ions as well as clastic pre-existing or fragments of pre-existing rocks. They sculpt the landscape. So look at this landscape here. This is a desert environment with a river flowing down the middle of the image. Each of these canyons, side canyons, have headward erosions. There's erosion on the back side of these canyons. They're moving, in a headward direction. So we're sculpting the landscape, moving sediments down to our ocean basins. So if we think about the hydrologic cycle as having fluxes and reservoirs, rivers are one of the reservoirs, one of the places where fresh water spends time. So water is going to get into the river because of rain, maybe groundwater flow, and then water leaves the river, maybe losing it to the groundwater or through evaporation or when the river meets the sea here. So it's an integral part of the hydrologic cycle.